Today, Denver is planning to sweep a homeless encampment at 8th and Logan in Cap Hill. It's right across from the governor's mansion.
9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez joins us live in Denver. And Brianna, the city is taking a different approach this time around.
They are. So for the first time under Mayor Mike Johnson's administration, the city officials will be doing a sweep, like you guys mentioned, on 8th and Logan later today in just a couple of hours. Now, we know this is very different than what we've seen in the past. This time around, they don't want to push people to another street and then for them to camp there. What they're trying to do this time around is those experiencing homelessness, they want to offer housing, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. So again, a very different approach than what we've seen with past administrations. Now, it's part of Mayor Mike Johnson's plan to get 1,000 people off the street and into housing by the end of this year. So the city of Denver budgeted around $48 million for this so far. On Monday, those who accepted the housing began the transition right away. So they started loading their belongings on a bus and then headed to their new accommodations, as well as grab additional resources from city officials. So what we can expect to see today in just a couple of hours is they will be doing a sweep. Homeless advocates are expecting the city to come through this morning, throw away what was left behind, and then they're going to put up fences around the camp. One person who has been living at that camp tells us this approach, offering housing first, is a game changer for them.
This is the first time in 4 years that I've ever been approached with this opportunity. I feel like I can breathe right now. So, it's really cool. What they're doing is really cool. How they came out and it's kind of like in your face, you know? It's like, let's go.
So city officials say that they had 70 spots to fill when it came to this temporary housing. They say almost everyone accepted, but it's still unclear what that number is. It's unclear if people wanted that housing and then they got turned away, or if there's a wait list. So once everything is settled, we'll definitely have to check back in with the city. Jordan?
And new this morning, Denver City Council actually just approved a lot of money to keep the resources coming to help those experiencing homelessness. Last night, council members signed off on extending and adding funds to contracts with organizations including the Salvation Army, the Denver Rescue Mission, Family Promise of Greater Denver, and Volunteers of America. Another contract on the agenda with the Colorado Coalition for the Homeless was pushed off for a week. Overall, the city has allocated an additional $1.1 million for those services as the city works to end homelessness. This week, Denver has 3 town halls to get input on the mayor's plan to get 1,000 people in housing by the end of the year. The first is tonight at 5 at the College View Rec Center off of Decatur Street. Another is tomorrow night at the Montbello Rec Center, and the final one is Thursday at the Evans School just off of Acoma.